This video explains how to perform multiple regression analysis in SPSS. It also explains how to interpret the SPSS output. To run a multiple regression analysis, here we have taken a data pertaining to crime rate in the US. So our variables are state ID, state name, crime rate, murder rate, percent of population in metropolitan areas, percentage of population that is white, percent of population with a high school graduation and above, percent of population living under poverty line, and percentage of population that are single parents. So from this data set, I consider murder as a dependent variable, that is murder rate as a dependent variable, and percent of population living in metro areas, percentage of population with high school education and above, and percent of living under poverty line, percentage of population that are single parents. These four variables as independent variable. What is it I want to test is whether population in the metropolitan areas, education level, and a poverty and single parents has any influence or any association with the murder rate. So to run a regression analysis, the first thing is that we need to check is whether there exists any outliers in the data set. So to know whether our data has got any outliers, what we can do is we can draw a scatter plots. So click on graphs, legacy dialogs, and select scatter plot. So in a scatter plot, as we are running a multiple regression, first we run with a metric scatter. So we can select all the variables in one go. So metric scatter and define. Select our variables. So murder rate is 1, then population, education standard, then poverty line, and single parent. I selected all the variables, and state name as my label case and click OK. So here you have a scatter plot. If you observe the scatter plot, in each association you can see an outlier. So a variable which is here, we call this as outliers. So these potential outliers will create a potential problem for your analysis. So next is you need to draw graphs independently for each variable. So go for graphs, legacy dialogs, scatter plot. So here now check simple scatter and click define. Just take a murder rate. Murder rate is our dependent variable on y-axis, and a population on x-axis. Then state name as a label case, then click OK. So here you can clearly see an outlier. Now to identify this, just double click on the chat, then click on elements and show data labels. So once your data labels are in, you can see here it is a DC, a state name DC. You have a problem, you have an outlier. So just close this. Okay, this is one, we identified outlier. So there are various methods to handle the outlier. In this video I am not explaining the process to handle the outliers. We'll run a regression with outlier and without outlier, then we can find out the difference, and in other videos we'll explain you how to handle the outliers. Next thing that we need to look at is, in running a regression analysis, there need to be a linear relation between the variables. So to find out the linear relation, we go to the correlation analysis, correlate, bivariate, select your variables. So crime rate, this murder rate is 1, then our So murder all the variables. Now click OK. So here you can see the relationship linear. So it says correlation is significant at 0.05, that is 5% level, and at a 1% level. So almost all has got a your murder rate and correlations. So here it is 0.316, 0.286, 566, 0.859. So all the variables are linearly related to murder rate. So once you run a regression and a correlation analysis and find out that there is a linear association between these variables, then we move to regression analysis. So analyze regression linear. So here our dependent variable is murder rate and independent variables population, metro areas, then education qualification, below poverty line, and single parent. So we identified independent variables. So go to statistics. So here we need a residuals Durbin-Watson test to know whether the observations are independent or not. Then click continue, and in the plots go for dependent plot and histogram. This we need to do to check normally whether the residuals are normally distributed or not. Click continue, then click OK. So here is your regression output. You can see the R value is 0.876 and R square is 0.767. So we can say that 76% of variance can be explained by our independent variables. And we look at each item wise. So among all the variables, percent of population that are single parents is only significantly associated, and here you can see the significance value 0.000. It need to be less than 0.05. This is one factor which has got associated with a murder rate. And second is percentage of population living in areas. So this is near to 0.5. And if you look at the distribution plot, so it is normally distributed, except here we have one outlier. Then look at the Durbin-Watson test. So Durbin-Watson test ranges from 0 to 4. So if it is the Durbin-Watson value is 2, we can say that there is no autocorrelation. That means independence of variables. If it is near to 4, we can say that there is a negative correlation between or among variables, and if it is near to 0, there is a positive autocorrelation. Now from our data set, what we can do is we remove the outlier, but in practice don't directly remove the outlier. There are other procedures to handle. Just to have a assessment, just to experiment, we are deleting it. And now we run the regression once again. If you look at, if we remove outlier, now the variance can be explained with a 78%, and it is significant. Now percent of population metro areas is significantly associated with the murder rate as well as with a single parent. If you look at the beta value, high school education is negative beta. So this is how we run multiple regression analysis in SPSS.